my president-elect, and your incoming 2021 national president. And once again, you know me, I'm Brenda Lee. I am your national president for 2020. It has been quite the year, but I am honored and proud to serve with all these wonderful ladies, as well as all of you, all of the 2020 leaders from across the country. Exciting times indeed. We did a great job. Like I say, there's only 2 months left in 2020, and we're doing a great job. All right, let's carry on. So, Chase, we love our strategic partners every year, right? But this year, we have an extra special gratitude to those who came with us on this 2020 journey, as crazy as it was. And they stuck with us. They stuck with us this year because they love Women's Council and believe in all of you. So I want you to believe in them and support their business goals. We are super proud to have Chase for our 3rd year as a strategic partner. Kalina Sanders, Executive Director, Home Lending Development Director. Kalina?
Hi, Brenda. Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you so much for asking.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for having us here today. Like, we couldn't be more excited to partner with you in such a fabulous organization, such as Women Council of Realtors. And Chase, we're going to continue with the quest to support your mission of advancing women as professionals and leaders in the business and also in the industry. I did want to caveat that, Chase, we are driving diversity and inclusion in our company. In fact, 51% of our workforce in the entire United States is either Asian, Black, and/or Hispanic, and 53% of our workforce are actually women, and we have a lot of great momentum. We are combining our business and our policy expertise and our sustainable business practice, our data, and our capital global presence to advance solutions that create inclusive economic growth. We also have over 60 million of our Chase customers in our national retail banking.
I could come.
And we provide home lending solutions for all of our customers, from affluent to affordable. And I hope you all have the opportunity to join us in the Chase Zoom room tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. You'll have the opportunity to meet Sarita Battles. She is the managing director that is heading our affordable strategy for all of Chase. So we certainly look forward to partnering with all of you in our mutually beneficial partnership with Women Council of Realtors and our continued engagement with your membership. You are all such incredible partners. I feel like this is a homecoming for me. Enjoy the conference, and we look forward to helping you and your clients. Thank you, Brenda, for the opportunity.
Oh, thank you so much, Kalina. We cannot express our gratitude enough. Thank you. And like Kalina says, remember, be sure that you pop in on our strategic partner Zoom rooms on Tuesday and Wednesday to meet our partners and find out more about their services. And everyone who stops by on these 2 days, again, that's Tuesday and Wednesday, will automatically be entered into our drawing for some very cool prizes. We have, let's see, there's Apple AirPods. We have JBL portable Bluetooth speakers. Is it an espresso original? Know that the winners will be announced on Friday's governing board meeting. So make sure you take the time to stop by and visit with our strategic partners. Thank you again, Kalina. You are appreciated more than you would know. All right, let's carry on, shall we? Well, who is this group of wonderful people? I have said before that the theme of this conference has much to do with the brainstorming of our 2020 Executive Committee. So I wanted to make sure that we recognize them as well, right? So we were all together. I was explaining in the orientation about an hour or so ago that we got together in the summer with the Executive Committee, and we started talking about what should the national conference look like this year. So it was this brain power that came up with this fabulous conference that we have designed for you today: Wealth, health, and self. So you met the leadership team. So you met Pamela and Sylvia and Chris and Carrie. And then there's Heather Osier. Heather is our 2019 president. There's Cindy DeCoster. And we also have Jan Jelinski. There's Cheryl Keller, Lori Muller, Tammy Knoll, Nakia Pipion McGriff, Cindy Reddy, Joanne Stevens, Rebecca Thompson, and Debbie Zaleski. So this, my friends, is your 2020 Executive Committee. Let's give them a round of applause. They're fabulous. We appreciate all that they've done for us as we've gotten through this wonderful, amazing 2020. All right, thanks, Executive Committee. Let's go to our next slide. Oh my goodness gracious. This is a group of fabulous leaders. These are our RVPs. We call them regional vice presidents. And it's interesting because this is their last year, and we asked a lot of them this year. So again, it's the final year of this structure. So we've asked them to transition out of their roles. Then we asked them to adapt a caucus meeting format, and we asked them to do it all in a virtual environment. They are amazing leaders. So they truly are our stars. And they embody all of those 2020 buzzwords like pivot, adjust. They handled it, they took it in, and they ran with it. So once again, I want to thank each one of you for all that you have done this year. Where would we be without you? So from Region 1, we have Cindy Sadie. We have from Region 2, Katie Weaver. Region 3, Angela Starks. Region 4, Tammy Marcia. Region 5, Annette Gregorio. Region 6, Christine Carroll. Region 7, Tammy Knoll. Region 8, Fiona. Oh, Fiona, your last name. Thesera? I didn't say it right. I'm sorry. It's such little print. And then, of course, Region 9, Jerry Little. I love it. Thank all of you so much for all that you've done. And so you've worked so hard. We're going to go from 9 regions to 3 regions, and we have our national liaison starting in 2021. So once again, a round of applause for our regional vice presidents. Thank you, and thank you. All right, let's carry on. Okay, you recognize Pillar to Post. So how many of you have heard of Pillar to Post? If you have, you know that they're a great organization. And I also happen to know that our members love Pillar to Post as well, because on social media, I always see a Women's Council colleague post something like, oh, another great home inspection by Pillar to Post, or something like, I love working with them. So I know it's an organization that our members work well with. And we have a great guy out here in Michigan that we use as well. Pillar to Post is always and also a longtime partner of ours. We appreciate them. They've been with us forever. Their CEO, Dan Stewart, is a good friend of Women's Council, as is Stephanie Bowling, Director of Marketing, who I am going to ask to say a few words. Stephanie, where are you?
I'm here, Brenda Lee. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for joining us, Stephanie. Can you share a few words about Pillar to Post to our members?
Well, I am never short of words, so I'll try to keep it under my 3 minutes here, but of course I can. So thanks for having me. And here we go. So, why have we partnered for so many years? Well, because you're awesome, first of all. It's a no-brainer for us. You're the leaders in your industry. You care for the people in your communities. You look to make things better, and your mission statement aligns with the values of Pillar to Post so beautifully. We feel it's just a match made in heaven. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how we responded to COVID. So like everyone, we had to find a new way to do business. And at its core, it was all about safety. It's the safety of our inspectors, the safety of the real estate community, and obviously the home seller and buyer. So we've got PPE for our inspectors. We offer the buyer and agent to attend the inspection or to come for the last hour if they're not comfortable. We'll set up a Zoom call to review the report if we're not able to print on site. And then of course, the binder that everyone loves, we can even mail it to your client. So they still get that awesome experience. Now, maybe you're saying, hey, what's new? What have you been working on? What's innovative? Well, you know what? We've got so much going on. We have a product called P2P 360, and it's a brand new product that we developed that will bring the home inspection to life for you and your clients. It's a 360-degree interactive virtual tour of the home inside and out that will let your clients go through the home with their mouse and see every room, wall, floor, etc. But it will also highlight any deficiency in the home inspection report. So there'll be a hotspot that kind of zooms in on the picture the inspector has taken, along with their comments. So they can send this to family members, friends, contractors. And if that's not cool enough, it'll also have a measured floor plan with the tour. So no more calls saying, hey, can I just pop back in so I can see if my king size bed or my couch fits? So we're really excited, and we're going to have that with our 3 home inspection packages, our Plus, Premium, and Prestige, available next year. And it'll be at no extra cost. So you're just adding more value for you and your clients. We're also going to have a virtual open house using that same technology for you, the realtor. So you can use, as a listing agent, you can bring an inspector in. It'll take 15 to 20 minutes. And in 24 hours, you'll have the tour in your inbox. So all things designed to present your listings with a high quality, professional format for a low cost and a quick turnaround. So lots of cool stuff going on. And we just want to invite all of the local chapters to take advantage of our national partnership. So when you're looking at your calendar, reach out to us. How can we help with amazing content? We're experts just like you are. So added services like radon or sewer scope or mold, all those exciting things, CE classes or pre-listings, we can help add more value. So just reach out. We have a special email address called womenscouncil@pillartopost.com, and we can hook you up. So we just want to say thank you for being such great partners. And as long as Women Council is around, so are we. We love you guys. We want to support you. Don't forget to visit us in our Zoom room on Wednesday, November 4th at 12:30. And again, reach out, and I hope you enjoy your amazing Power Week.
Stephanie, that was so much information.
I know.
I know. So what do we get to go to Women's Council at pillartopost.com.
You
right?
betcha. Yep,
Yeah.
if you have any questions. Yep.
Yeah, and those added values with no additional expense, that's what we need. That is perfect. Thank you so very, very much. And yeah, I want to remind you, now Stephanie made reference to the Zoom room, but remember, all those times are Central Standard Time. So I don't want you to miss out on some cool stuff if you didn't recognize it at Central Standard Time. So once again, Stephanie, thank you so much. And you're right, we are a great team, aren't we?
We are a match made in heaven.
A match made in heaven. Thanks so much, Stephanie. Yay, Pillar to Post. All right, let's carry on. We can't keep these people together. There's some fun stuff that's going to happen. And speaking of fun stuff, well, here are a list of our 2020 meeting ambassadors. And it's interesting because I started out, part of my leadership journey was as an ambassador. And I had the opportunity to meet so many of you and lifelong friends forever and ever. And so your ambassadors are here to help you out. You'll get to know them throughout the conference as they help with many of our conference networking events. And once again, I just want to make sure that we take the time to thank them every opportunity we have. After our welcome, the meeting today, I'm going to call it a meeting. After our welcome today, there is going to be some breakout rooms that we're going to talk about, and you're going to meet some of these ambassadors, and their whole idea behind it is exactly what the slide says: ask me. Now, you all have my cell phone number, so I'm an ambassador in my heart. I can't even help myself. So ask one of our ambassadors, the leadership team, myself. We're all here to help you and make sure that you have an amazing experience here at Wealth, Help, and Self-Power Week. So let's carry on. What do we have next? Oh, the class of 2020, our Leadership Institute. This is our second class. And of course, as Sylvia always says, these are my babies. These are our babies, right? So congratulations to our 2020 Leadership Institute class. They completed their year of training just last week. You will get to enjoy the programs they'll be delivering throughout the conference this week. We're so proud of the work they've done. What happened is they broke out into groups. So they did get together in March. So we all got together in March. And so that was wonderful. So we got to get those hugs in so we can recall what they were, right? We know. And but then you all know what happened. And so everything else that they've done has been done remotely via Zoom. And they are going to wow you with 3 different presentations. They broke out into 3 different groups. So please make sure that you take the opportunity to hang out with them as they make their presentations through the course of our conference today. So these are great leaders. Our future is very bright. So I'm super excited. And let me introduce them. Now it's very small print, so I do apologize if I don't say it right. So we have Delara Abian, and I can't read it. She's from Texas. I have Valora. I'm just going with first names. I have Valora from Georgia. I've got Lindsay. And Lindsay, where are you from, Lindsay? I've written all over this. I can't see it anymore. I've got Faye. And we have Tracy. We also have Charmaine. I have Kate Kelly. We have Lori Colling, Tammy Marasia, Taffy Mauer, Lorna Mood. I have Megan Oswald, Jennifer Shoup, Kimberly Sitton. I have Sherry. Oh, I always get this one wrong. I'm going to say it though. I'm going to give it a shot, Sherry. Spinzola. I think that's how she has me say it. We have got Shannon Watkins and Laurie Zibetti. So first off, again, this is a great group of leaders. Our future is bright. We've already have the 2021 class in play. So I'm going to turn things over to Pamela, and we will be hearing from a few other leadership team members. And when each one presents, I'm going to ask them to talk about what they are most excited about for this week's conference. I can tell you, the Leadership Institute class of 2020, that's again what I am most looking forward to. I am so looking forward to all of your programs. And I want all of you to mark your calendars. Remember, tomorrow, 11:15 to 12:15 Central Time, they will put on a session called Mind Your Own Business for the Wealth Day. And on Wednesday, November 4th, for Health Day, they're going to put on a program called True Leadership in Crisis from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Now on Thursday, that's the Self Day, from 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. we have Breaking the Mold, Staying True to Yourself. And we always talk about your authentic self. We bring a lot of outside speakers, but don't you agree that it's good to hear from your very own? So please make sure you mark your calendars, get in those rooms, and enjoy the presentations that are being presented to you by the graduating class of Leadership Institute 2020. As we bid farewell to our Leadership Institute, I want to let you know to consider this opportunity. I want you to think about joining this illustrious group. Go on to WCR.org and type in Leadership Institute. That'll give you all the details and the application period for 2022. So that's going to open up in spring of 2021. So at this point, what I'd like to do is hand everything over to Pamela Banks, your incoming 2021 president. Pamela?
Thank you, Brenda Lee. Good evening or good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to the 2020 Leadership Institute class. I can't wait, as Brenda Lee said, to witness what you have done with your presentations. My group are the busyness bodies, and we know they're going to do a fantastic job with Mind Your Business, and everyone else is going to do a great job. This week is going to be amazing for all of us. And just so you know, our Leadership Institute sets the standards for leadership development. It's an in-depth, powerful session, and it's a must for anyone who is interested in advancing themselves professionally. This year we had 40 applications, and it's my honor to introduce to you the 18 amazing leaders of the class of 2021. Michelle Bailey, Florida. Wendy Bailey, Colorado. Bethany Brokaw, Michigan. Kim Burton, California. Rebecca Carmona, Florida. Edwina Clayton, Georgia. Danelle Default, California. Desda Finn, Washington. Kylie Garza, Texas. Kashana Guzman, Florida. Sarah Limbengood, Idaho. Elsie Newbro, Oregon. Susan Nicholson, Arizona. Renee Pretty, Texas. Renee Rogue White, California. Claudia Sarmiento, Virginia. Bridget Thompson, Texas. And Rochelle Yukich, Oregon. These ladies, each one of them, is committed to the Women's Council of Realtors. They have demonstrated their leadership ability through their work at their local and state networks. As you can see, we have a great group coming up, and we are so excited for all of you. Can't wait to work with you in 2021. This week, I'm looking forward, as Brenda Lee said, to jumping in with both feet, to really learning how to improve my bottom line, how to get rid of that stress of 2020 and go into healthier habits for the new year. That's what I can't wait to see. And along the way, I want to have some fun. Did I mention fun? I did. Well, that's because Thursday, November 5th, 6 p.m. Central Time, it's a celebration of all celebrations. Please join me and the rest of the 2021 national leaders for a night to remember. Brenda Lee wearing her mask, the 82nd inaugural gala, which is, of course, virtual for the first time. So grab your beads, grab your mask, grab a beverage of your choice, sit back and enjoy. Then on Friday, November 6th, we will have our first ever 4-hour Spanish program called Women's Council en Espanol, a program in collaboration with AMSI, which is the Spain equivalent of Women's Council. And it will feature women from countries such as Spain, Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and Costa Rica, each exchanging ideas, best practices, and most importantly, empowering one another with success stories of endless possibilities. And how about doing some networking and business together? We want all women, no matter where they come from, that work in real estate to create a life better for themselves and for their families. How fantastic. Of course, this is all happening from the comforts of our homes and our offices. So sit back and take advantage of everything we have to offer this week. And I want to say a special congratulations to the amazing Leadership Institute class of 2021. I look forward to working with you and seeing you grow on your journey. And for the rest of you, I look forward to seeing you in a Zoom room real soon. Sylvia, I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you, Pamela. And it is my pleasure to introduce our social media influencers. And you're probably wondering, what are social media influencers? Well, it's a newly appointed position that runs through 2021. And what we did is we scoured social media and we found some of our members doing this absolutely amazing on their own. So we gathered them together because you know what's better than one mind? 8 minds are better. And so they have been feeding off the energy of each other and creating this social media buzz for us. And so let me first of all, I'm going to encourage you, take a picture of this screen right now, because you're going to want to follow all of these fabulous ladies and their social media. So we have Courtney DeMarco, we have Kashana Guzman, Kate Kelly, Renee Roque White, Kimberly Sitton, Missy Starling, Lynn Van Meter, and Jolie Waldeck. So be sure, take a picture of it right now, and you want to follow them on Instagram, Facebook. I mean, you could probably find part of them on Snapchat and LinkedIn. They're everywhere. And following them is going to give you an idea. That's Women's Council, right? Everything is a transferable skill. So you follow them and see what they're doing for Women's Council, and you can do the same thing in your business, and you just copy the things they're doing. And I know Brenda asked us to share our favorite thing that we're most excited about. This is it for me. So I remember the first time I was actually on National Executive Committee, and I had to miss a session because we had executive committee. So we didn't get to go to the main session. And then we walk out of our meeting and the buzz in the hall about everything I missed. And I had some serious FOMO that was going on because I had just missed everything and I wanted to hear it. This is why this is my favorite thing. You don't have to miss it anymore. Follow them on social media, and they're going to be posting their favorite quotes, the best speakers, and all of that. And plus the fact you can go back and we're going to record almost every single session, so you'll be able to watch it. So it's absolutely, this is what I am most excited about, because we know NAR meetings started today. There's several states that have things going on. You have a real estate business. You're going to have to stop and eat lunch. All of those things, you don't have to miss a single thing this time. And you get to do it from the comfort of your home. And you can wear your slippers or whatever. We're not judging what you have on. It's kind of like the mullet of 2020. It's business on the top, party on the bottom, whatever it is. Your slippers, whatever you have on. But that's all okay. This is my favorite part, and follow all of them. So if you didn't screenshot it, take a screenshot of the camera of the screen now so you can follow them. And then I also have the privilege of recognizing another one of our brand new partners. It's two men in a truck who are here for the very first time. So I want to make sure you give them a really warm welcome. So would everybody do like our spirit fingers, jazz hands? Thank you. We couldn't do this without all of our strategic partners, and we appreciate you for everything that you do for us. And it is my pleasure to turn the floor over to Chris Lee.
Thank you, Sylvia. Appreciate it. And talking about what some of our favorite things here, thank you, Brenda Lee, for asking us. We talk a lot about the health and all the different programs. I'm going to go out a little bit outside the box and say, what about the wealth sessions that we're talking about? You know, a lot of us were taught to not talk about money in public, and it's just something, it's not polite conversation. But it's so important to know. And realtors, I watch so many of them, they get to a certain point and they spend their whole life building their career, and then they're like, oh, I'm done. They close their book and they walk away. And there's value there. And you've built this business, and how are you going to leverage that to retire? And we have a session for that. And I'm so excited for that. And hey, I'm the treasurer, so it fits, right? So thank you for that. I'm looking forward to the Wealth Day personally. And on that note, it's my pleasure to introduce to you today one of our longtime sponsors, strategic partners that's been with us for so long, and we so appreciate Exit Realty International and the fabulous CEO of Exit Realty, Tammy Bunnell. Welcome, Tammy.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here. We've been a sponsor for a long time, so I don't feel that you need to have an infomercial from me. If you want information, feel free to go on to exitrealty.com. If you have any questions for me personally, if I can help you professionally or personally, if you text 85377 and punch in TAMI, that's my first name, hit send, you'll get my mobile business card. And if I can help you in any way, don't hesitate. But I thought while we're here with wealth, health, and self, I'm just going to give you a couple of points that I think will help you. First and foremost, I love this whole entire theme. I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job. I'm a member, along with being a huge fan and supporter of Women's Council Realtors, and I believe in it strongly. So from a wealth, health, and self standpoint, first and foremost, ask yourself if you are doing what you need to do today to be where you want to be tomorrow. I think that's so important. We've witnessed a crazy year. We don't even have to get into it, but it's been crazy in a lot of ways, and good in some ways, that we've realized how important other people are, or how important relationships are. People really have had a lot of time to stay home and think about what it is they really want. So we've witnessed the real estate industry be in a boom most places, and but don't let that take control of where your business is going. Stay in control of it yourself. So a couple of points in that direction, hopefully, that just to give yourself food for thought. Obviously, ask yourself if you're doing the right things today to head into tomorrow, but don't rest on that business is coming. I'm talking to so many people every single day that are saying business is coming in like crazy. People are joining us like crazy because of people being downsized in other industries, and they're unbelievably qualified people. We know real estate goes through cycles, and it's always going to go through cycles. So you need to stay in complete control of your business. Make sure that you stay marketing yourself, you stay doing public relations, you stay connected and really building and forging really solid relationships. Always make sure that your follow-up and your follow-through is actually better than your first impression. Keep asking yourself, how can I make this a wow factor today? Because that's what's going to help you to compete regardless of where the market is, with potential agents for you and in real estate transactions. Number two, and it never disappears, value equals income. If you could put that in front of you absolutely everywhere, and it doesn't matter whether you're making money from this person or not, value equals income will never change. It doesn't matter whether we were in 1920 or we're in 2020. That is always going to stay the same.
That's for sure.
From a sales perspective, when you're building a business, and regardless of whether you're recruiting people in, you're doing an acquisition, or you're listing and selling real estate, there's times when, like here, being out in front of people and doing the live events, that you need to be the sage on the stage. But there are also many times, and many more times, in building a relationship and helping adding value to people, that you need to be the guide on the side. And sometimes that's just a good reminder in your headspace. Allies, you've witnessed a lot of allies today that are working with you. And if you've ever heard me speak before, I always talk about having a dirty dozen, a dozen people that work on the business, not in it. Appraisers, home inspectors, mortgage companies. But I want to give you a couple that really fit today. The market is changing so rapidly, and how we do business is changing so rapidly, that there are a few places that you really want to pay attention to. And one of them is incredibly beneficial to Women's Council Realtors, because you have such a high average of referrals from Women's Council member to Women's Council of Realtors member, and you know that you're going to get good quality on the other side when you send a referral. And that is that the migration chart, Forbes has a migration chart if you go to Forbes.com, but people are moving so rapidly. Luxury is moving because of a lower tax base. 43.7% of people are going to be able to stay telecommuting. People have stayed home and decided, if I'm going to homeschool, I need more space. Older people are wanting to move more out into the country. We're seeing so many changes. Commercially, we're seeing ridiculous changes. And so pay attention to moving companies. You just had one advertised. Pay attention to moving companies. Pay attention not just to people moving an individual, but people moving businesses. If you can stay ahead of that curve and find out where those trends are starting, because you'll start to see some waves, and you'll start to recognize things, whether that's to and from or back and forth. 1 million people have moved out of New York and the 5 boroughs since COVID was announced. And talk about a boom for especially Connecticut, right? But we're seeing a lot of shifts, and we're going to see more and more. We're going to see them because of climate change. We're going to see them because of disaster. We're going to see them because of people literally just recognizing their circumstances. Pay attention to movers that move companies, and pay attention to movers that move individually. Build a good, strong relationship with them so that you can be ahead of that curve. And then obviously connect and network with people within Women's Council so that you can do transactions that close. The second place to pay attention is planning boards and municipalities. If you want to be ahead of the curve and really know what's going on, companies that are moving in, companies that are moving out, zoning changes that are happening. We're seeing such a wide array of zoning changes, not just commercially. We're going to see shopping malls turn into everything from Amazon fulfillment centers to condo projects, 55 and older, millennials, all sharing in doing business the same. But so much of it's going to happen rapidly. And if you're ahead of that curve, you're going to be ahead of that curve with that window of opportunity to really be able to do more business. So planning boards and municipalities for all the changes that are going on, and it's going to continue. So pay attention to that. And just one bonus thing that I think everybody, you have the time to do it all the time, even when you think you don't have time, and that's podcasts. And I'm going to give you a hack for podcasts. Pay attention to podcasts, because the average person listening to podcasts makes more than $250,000 a year that listens to it regularly. So obviously it would make sense. If it's good for them, it's good for everybody else. But if you're reading books and you like to read books, whether you listen to them on audio or you have a Kindle or you actually like real live books in your hands, when you find an author that you really like, when you find a book that's really helping you get more and better, to get even better out of it, look up where they're going to be on podcasts, because they're going to share the very reason why they wrote the book, and they're going to give you the cliff notes that will help you to even speed it up a little bit faster. And when you get hooked on it, on those specific authors, you'll know different places to go pick and choose so that you can really grow and really excel. I love Women's Council. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing event, and we're just grateful to be part of it.
Thank you so much, Tammy. You are always the sage when on our stage. And thank you for everything you do for the Women's Council, and for sharing your great words of wisdom always with our members when you're here. Okay, so from there, I'm going to shift a little bit, and we're going to talk about renewals. Hopefully on Friday, everybody, well, I know you did, everybody on Friday received an email, landed in your inbox, and it said, renew your Women's Council dues, right? And actually, if you're not sure if you got it, I'm going to skip ahead, go to wcr.org, and right at the top, there's a button that says renew, and you click it and it brings you to log in, and you can renew right there online. Super easy. This is our new system. It's streamlined. And for those of you that have already renewed, you already know the secret. But if you renew in the month of November, this is the first time we've ever done this, but it's a 10% discount. So back on the wealth side, you don't even have to save money, get it back somehow else. You're just not spending it. 10% discount like that. And only through the month of November. Now, I know we've had deadlines in the past, and then we send out something else and extend the deadline. We're not doing that. It's hard stop off after, pardon me, tongue tied, hard stop at November 30th. So we are not extending that at all. Also, you might notice that our registration for the Renew conference starts December 1st. And if you have renewed in November, you will also get in December an email link for a discount to the Elevate Growth Conference. So 2 financial reasons to renew your membership in November. Some of you may be multitasking right now while we talk, even though what I'm saying is super exciting. You're off doing that right now. That's fantastic. Love it. And thank you very much. I will have a little side note here for those of you in leadership. There is a box you can check. It will store your credit card information and auto renew you. So if you are one of those people that gets lost in all of the email junk box and then you miss something, just set it and forget it. Add it to the list to set it and forget it. You're done forever. Auto renew. So that is about all I have to say with that. And super excited for the dues renewal rollout. And at this point, I'm going to send it back to Madam President Brenda Lee.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And you know, it's interesting. When you're telling us all these cool things about how we can renew and such, you know, we had such struggles. We had so many growing pains with technology, but it's all, you know, paying off now. So yay for us. I mean, it's another great thing. So, okay. So before I turn things over to the ambassadors and specifically Cindy and Olivia, just a reminder. Okay, most sessions, and I say most sessions will be recorded and they're going to be available to attendees afterwards. So if you miss a session, you will be able to access it later. So isn't that a nice bonus?